Lucio is Italian for Lucas, and there are three prominent Italian directors. There's Mario Bava, of course, Dario Argento, and Lucia Fulci. Fulci is the one who introduced more of the blood to the series in the late 70s, early 80s, kind of picking up from where Argento did, and adding a little bit more blood. In this case, specifically for Enigma, and I did not. This one's okay. After her snobby schoolmates accidentally send her into a coma, poor little Kathy has only one way to get even: with her mind. Ava, another schoolgirl, fell under the spell of Kathy's vengeful psyche, which is capable of horrific destruction, using telekinesis and even killer snails to do her bidding. Soon the hallways of St. Mary's School are filled with screaming, and there's no way to escape. In the tradition of Carrie, this psychic shocker from legendary Italian horror maestro Lucio Fulci, the man behind such outrageous cult classics as The Beyond and Zombie, is filled with the visual style and gruesome madness the fans have come to expect. Veiled for the first time in America, this eerie look at the dark side of adolescence proves that girls might be made of sugar and spice, but it's not always nice. Hey, it's only 85 minutes, but honestly, I was kind of bored throughout this. There's also a big problem. It was letterboxed to death. It's a freaking black screen all around, and then there is the actual image inside, thus reducing the quality, not only the picture quality, the image quality, but also the audio quality, and that I don't like. I'm like, that is pathetic. It's like, the plot is like, it's heavily influenced by Carrie. You could tell. It's like a troubled teen gets her revenge on her classmates through telekinesis, and it's like, oi, we've seen that one before. And it takes place in a college, and just like a high school or whatever, and just, I don't know. We get to see them all. We get to see them all just go. It's like, I think there were like 10 of them, or something like that. That was a rather high number, and I'm like, okay, I like where this is going so far. But then we get to see them in just, okay, he's like a heart attack. Whatever, I don't care about that. There were a couple of billings. Like, for example, there's one of them thinks that her bed is completely covered in snails, and so she freaks out, brings in, I think, was that the dorm mom or the head mistress or whatever, and they look at it. There's nothing there. Eventually, she goes to sleep and just gets pretty much immured by snails. But that was actually an interesting way to go. And I guess the other unique method was at an art museum. She's one of them's looking at a painting, and then there's the statue. Then the statue comes to life, and pretty much just smothers her. At least she went out in a classical way. I guess you could call it a classy killing. Yeah, classy killing in a horror movie. And most of it is just the doctors trying to find out what's going on. It's like, well, we already have her face, which is pretty much just mutilated, so we get to see some good gore, at least with the disfigured face. But them trying to figure out everything that's going on, and then we get to see the doctor as he's having sex, and it's like, I don't know. It was just too much like Carrie. And it's like, I guess there's a little bit of enough to make it, I guess, kind of Italiano, but at the same time, I just didn't particularly care for this. It's like trying to get into the psyche of the doctor, trying to figure everything out, and then these two doctors, like purplish room that's barely lit, looking at her vital signs, you know, the inspiration, expiration, like going 120 over 8, beep, 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 like that. I'm like, okay, so you're looking at it. We all know what's going to happen. Are we going to try and prevent anything from happening, a la Final Destination, or is it just going to be one of the myriad college or high school slashers that are happening around this time? It's like there's 20 minutes where you're just waiting for something to happen. I would say about like an hour in, and it's just, I don't know. The music is what you expect for the time. It's synthesizer, lots of it, of beam, beam, beam. You know, it tries to be scary by having the camera zoom out a little bit and then having the synthesizer score, but really it just adds more to the cheesiness of it. It's not even like it's good fun cheesy. It's just sad. I mean, it's like you get an alright song at the end. It's called Head Over Heels, and you know, judging by the way how the Aenigma looks, it looks like it would be at least a little interesting, but I don't know. Okay, there's, I guess, like I guess there's a scene with corpses. Like, okay, this one's okay. It's okay, I guess. That's the most I can say for it. Okay is like a step above almost being a lousy piece of garbage. This is one you can watch once, maybe twice. I don't know. It's just I'm trying to find some good stuff, some bad stuff to say about it. It's just the St. Mary's costumes, like same time they have the sweatshirts on, but then at a college they have the uniforms. What? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Just then at the end, when the spirit kind of just when when Kathy's mom comes in looking out for her daughter, the spirit finally gets some rest. What? I was a little confused. I'm just like, okay, so. I don't know. Fulci himself said, yes, I acknowledge that Carrie was a massive influence on here, and I'm proud of this. I'm like, whatever. I don't particularly care for it. I said it's... Alright. I will give this one a second chance if I can find one that's, if I can find a Blu-ray that contains either the regular Italian with the subtitles, or if it has an English sub, if it has the subtitles underneath. Unfortunately, the mixing was horrendous. It was way too quiet. It's like the sound is in like 360 hertz or whatever. The sound quality is just bad. And when I tried to look at the image, it just sucked. Because it was so letterboxed, my eyes had a hard time looking, even with the glasses on. So I don't know. I don't know much. It's like I know he has better movies. To Kill, what was that? The New York Ripper, Don't Torture a Duckling, The Psychic, amongst others, of course, that he has, and I'm like, I'm probably going to watch these. I will give those a chance. I will give it a chance for the blood and the guts and everything else. I will be fine with that, but for this case, it's just how lousy it is. It's like, yeah, it's from Image Entertainment, all rights reserved. Well, Image Entertainment, you did a lousy job, because you have it presented in its 185:1 theater aspect ratio. But unfortunately, you just suck. It was like with the story and the revenge of how adolescence goes on. It's like, it could have been something, but in 1987, it just got mixed in lumps, so I don't know. So Enigma, if I see it on Blu-ray with a better quality, I will give you a second chance. But until then, this one's just okay.